What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the differences between the 2020 Jeep Gladiator and the 2019 Jeep Wrangler JL. And huge thank you to Benson, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram for providing the Gladiator and the Rubicon for today's video. Definitely check out the link to their website down in the description below. So first and foremost, we're going to check out the Gladiator versus the Wrangler. Of course, the biggest thing is the Gladiator has a pickup bed. So this is actually a pickup truck, pretty much based off the JL frame. It is a Jeep Wrangler, just pretty much with a bed. Now, if we look at the overall length of the vehicles, the Gladiator is almost 20 inches longer than the normal Wrangler. If you look at this door and the fender, they're almost touching, but as we make our way over to the Gladiator, you'll see the differences in length. We now have a much larger gap between the two. The overall wheelbase for the Gladiator measures 137.3 inches, while on the Wrangler it measures in at 118.4 inches. And then the overall length of the Wrangler is 188.4 inches, and the overall length for the Gladiator is 218 inches. Now, the added length and overall wheelbase with the Gladiator does hinder off-road performance just a little bit if we talk about breakover, approach, and departure angle. The Gladiator has an approach angle of 40.8 degrees, while the Wrangler has 44 degrees. The breakover angle on the Gladiator is 18.4 degrees, while it's 27.8 on the Wrangler. And then departure angle is 25 degrees on the Gladiator, while it's 37 degrees on the Wrangler. Now, ground clearance is going to be pretty much the same across the board, and again, we are comparing a Rubicon to the Overland Gladiator, so this one does have more off-road capabilities than this Overland Gladiator does. If you do opt for the Rubicon Gladiator, that will increase the angles just a little bit. So as we make our way to the rear ends of each truck, that's where we get the biggest difference with them, of course, being a pickup truck, opening this latch, soft assist opening up, and we have a full pickup truck bed in here. This is a 5-foot bed, all finished off in metal, so you can fit dirt bikes and everything like that in there. And then as far as towing capacity goes, the Gladiator does win, coming in at 7,600 pounds, while the Wrangler can only do about 3,500 pounds. And making the way to the rear end of the Wrangler, of course, you know the configuration. The door swings out and then just pull the glass up. So completely different being an SUV versus a pickup truck. Of course, you do have quite a lot of space in here for an SUV, and you can fold the seats down flat as well. But of course, we're comparing an SUV to a pickup truck, so it's gonna be a lot different. But closing this now up, we do have the full-size spare tire on the back. And then now we're going to talk about the rear seating, because that's going to be a big difference. The overall front seat and dashboard and everything is pretty much identical. Driving these two vehicles back to back, which we're not going to show in this video just because we have full test drives of both of these vehicles, but on-road capabilities is pretty much the same. The Rubicon is a little bit more floaty out on the road due to the off-road tires, just a more aggressive design. So if you do get a Sahara model, which is very comparable to an Overland Gladiator, they're going to be very similar. And driving the Gladiator, that's very smooth. It feels like a normal vehicle, just like a normal mid-sized truck. But then as we open up the rear end of this vehicle, one thing you will notice, these are the same doors you get on the Gladiator. Has the same cutout right here. Some people don't like that. They wish they did a different design, but a great feature with that, of course, these Jeeps get modified like crazy, so they already have all the doors, the aftermarket doors available for the Gladiator, so you don't have to worry about buying a special brand new door that hasn't come out yet. But then if we hop on inside, we have a lot of space back here. You can see I have pretty good amount of knee room and foot room. I have about 3 or 4 inches from the seat in front of me. Really good headroom as well. This does have the power top. Pressing one button, the whole center will come back, but you can of course remove the doors, remove this piece as well. But you get some luxuries in here as well. There's climate control in the center. Your window controls are in the center as well. And then you do have a 3-prong power outlet in the center. But really nice seating position overall for the second row. Speaker up top, your dome lights in here. Hopping out, you have the fender right here. And then we'll make our way over to the Gladiator. Onto the Gladiator, like I said, the door is the same. It cuts down just like with the Wrangler. So of course that does mean this is cut at an angle versus being cut straight down. But if you look at the cost of it, it made this a little bit easier to produce. You're using the exact same door panel across the line. So from Chrysler's standpoint, that does make a lot of sense. And like I said, with aftermarket, you already have rear doors for this thing available. So you can go ahead and start modifying your Gladiator day one. So if we look at the interior, it's pretty much exactly the same back here. Same door panel, same seating configuration. Got a nice handle right up here. Hopping in, we have the seat set to the same height, but I have a ton of legroom in here, just like with the Wrangler. It feels exactly the same. I think the recline is the same on the seats. I don't really notice anything different. Same amount of headroom and everything like that. You got your speaker, your dome light, climate controls, windows, the storage. And then in the center of both vehicles, if you pull this latch, you can fold down the center armrest. In the Wrangler, the whole headrest and everything came out, while in this one, it's just the armrest and the cup holders. But that's a good overall look at the rear seat. I don't really notice anything major for a difference. They're both very comfortable. And then real quick, we'll just show you the interior. Pretty much the same, being that this is a different trim level. We do have some leather along the dashboard. Full leather seating with white stitching. We have some silver accents along along it. We have the 8.4-inch touchscreen display in the center, standard backup camera, parking sensors, and then looking up at the roof, this is the standard hardtop you're gonna get. You can see the 2 panels up front. And then in the Wrangler, like I said, very similar dashboard, being a different trim level. We do have a silver accent on the dash rather than leather. We have red stitching, more aluminum accents, the same 8.4-inch screen, all your controls in the center. And then being the power roof, it of course looks different when you look up. So that's the overall interior of both vehicles. Taking a look at them back to back, they're pretty much the exact same. Maybe some minor differences if I looked a little bit closer. But then as we make our way to the front, both have the same 3.6 liter V6 engine with these new latches right here. Very easy to open up the hood on both vehicles. With them both unlatched, you can just pull the center up and open it up. We have 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque for both vehicles. And then the Rubicon also has a little bit more aggressive styling with the hood. We got the steel bumpers, rock rails, the tow hooks in it, the Overland trim level and a Sahara trim level are more geared towards the road with a little bit more luxuries. So there's a good look at a Jeep Wrangler and the Jeep Gladiator side by side, looking at some of the differences. In all honesty, if you love the Jeep Wrangler and all the insane things this offers for off-road capabilities, the doors off, the roof off, but you do want a pickup truck, the Gladiator is literally the same truck, but with a pickup truck bed. It has so much capabilities, amazing towing capacities, and still offers a great off-road capability. So that's gonna wrap up today's video, taking a look at a Gladiator and a Wrangler side by side. Once again, huge thank you to Benson, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram for providing both of these vehicles for today's video. If you wanna see a full in-depth review and test drive of each of these vehicles, those are linked in the description below. Definitely check them out. But that's everything I have for today's video. The Gladiator is an amazing new truck on the market. I really like the capabilities. I think this is certainly gonna give its competition a run for its money. But anyways, that is it. Give it a huge thumbs up, smash the subscribe button. See you guys in the next video.